I didn't believe in monsters. Not until the lake started humming. I grew up near a place called Black Hollow Lake. Tiny town. Barely on the map. You'd miss it if you blinked driving through. But everyone who lived there knew you don't go near the water after dark. That wasn't just some old legend, people actually disappeared. My family had this beat-up cabin right on the edge of the lake, passed down from my granddad. He was a tough old bastard, served in 2 wars, but even he used to say, "That lake don't like strangers." I thought it was just one of his weird old man sayings. You know, like something you'd hear in a horror movie. But then, summer of 2012 happened. I was 19. My cousin Kyle and I decided to go up there for a weekend. Just us. No parents, no rules. We brought beer, fishing gear, and this cheap Bluetooth speaker we thought made us cool. First day was chill. Hot as hell, though. The kind of sticky heat that makes your skin feel like it's melting off. We swam, drank, and talked crap till sunset. But that night, something started humming out on the lake. I mean, I thought it was the speaker at first. Like maybe it was glitching or catching some weird frequency. But we'd already turned it off. Then I figured, frogs, crickets, who knows? Nature can be weird. Right? But this sound. It was low, like a growl buried underwater. Not loud, but deep, like it was inside your bones. Kyle heard it too. We just stood there on the dock, staring out at the pitch-black water. No wind. No ripples. Just that faint hum. Then it stopped. And we laughed. Like idiots. Like we hadn't just heard something impossible. Next morning, I woke up with this pressure in my chest. Like someone had pressed a cold, wet hand right over my heart while I slept. I was sweating, and my sheets were damp. Not from sweat though, lake water. It smelled like algae and rot. My feet were muddy. I didn't remember going outside. I thought maybe I'd sleepwalked or something, but Kyle swore he didn't hear me leave. He looked freaked out. Told me he'd had this dream, real vivid, about a face in the water. Pale and bloated, eyes wide open like it had been staring at him from just below the surface. We laughed it off again. Said it was the beer. Stress. You know how dudes are, we pretend we're not scared even when we are. But that night, it got worse. The humming came back. Louder. And this time, something moved under the water. You couldn't see it, not really. Just these ripples, big ones, like something massive was just below the surface. It circled the dock. Slow. Deliberate. Kyle grabbed a flashlight, but the beam barely touched the water. Just this thick blackness. No fish. No frogs. No sound. Not even the bugs. Then we saw it. Just for a second. A hand, if you can even call it that, slid up onto the dock. Pale, swollen, with these long, webbed fingers. It just rested there like it was getting ready to pull itself up. We froze. Didn't move. Didn't breathe. Then it slid back down, and vanished. Kyle wanted to leave. Right then. In the dark. I said no, sun was just a few hours away. We'd wait it out. But he didn't wait. At some point in the middle of the night, he left. Took my car. I woke up to silence and his note on the kitchen table, "I can't stay here. Something's calling me." That was it. He never made it back. Police found my car half submerged at the far end of the lake. Driver's side door open. Keys still in the ignition. No Kyle. Just wet footprints, leading into the woods. Barefoot. Webbed. They said he drowned. But they never found a body. Not a single piece of clothing. Not even his phone. Locals didn't seem surprised, either. One guy just muttered, it takes who it wants. Like this was normal. I never went back after that. But I still hear the humming sometimes, when I'm near water. Even in the city. Late at night. Faint. Low. In my chest. Like the lake isn't done with me yet. What if it's not the lake that's haunted? What if it's me? Want more stories that keep you up at night? Subscribe to Unreal Tales. Sleep tight.